Good evening, folks. We can all be glad Honey Pop is over, so now it's time to get back to Jewish John. Our goal is to take... what is our goal? Take Alexandria, whatever that province is, and Constantinople. But we need to do it as a Jewish Ethiopia. While we're at it, we might as well convert those provinces to Jewish. We have the power. Now, when we finished last time, we were between a rock and a hard place. The rock was Adjaran. It's certainly not the hard one, because the hard one is Mamluks. They outnumber us roughly 4-1, and we have tech parity with the Mamluks. I think? Either tech parity or one tech better, but we are grossly outnumbered. So, let's just dive in and see what we can make of it. Jake, are you going to lose... I see. The Coptic Museum. It's not impossible. Okay, we have one tech above the Mamluks, but we're not even close to getting two techs above them. That one tech does give us a good chunk of tactics, but I fear that won't be enough. Especially since our prestige isn't doing so great. Theirs is doing amazing, giving them a large boost to their morale. We get a bit of morale from our power projection, but I fear it won't be enough. In fact, I fear a lot for my country. I had no morale expenditure because I believe what I was planning on doing was fighting Kaffa when I came out of Regency. Guess that won't be happening, so straight away I want to get my boats down to relative safety. When I pop out, I'll be able to see if the Mamluks actually have a navy on the go. Now, my manpower is not doing so good. The only thing I want to be spending my manpower on right now is building a couple of cannons. And the reason I want cannons is only to speed up sieges, because I am not a firm believer in using cannons for combat before excuse me, before Tech 13. So we'll get our cannons on the go, and oh my, we are very short on money, aren't we? Well, you know my stance on loans. That isn't going to happen, so let's just erect whatever army we can and deal with this as best we can. We do have a 3-shock general on our side, but they have been going they've been on the go for rather a long time, so I can't imagine they'll help us out too much longer. How's the status of the advisors? We don't have any, so it's not even someone we can fire to save some money. Taking some loans would really help out in this war, but that is not currently an option. Oh my. Well, an excellent time for our Empress to take the throne. You will have to lead us through these dark times. You don't have an heir, let's hope you spit one out soon, and the Ottomans are being very kind in giving us the boon dollar. It would be even kinder of them to actually attack for us. So, at a glance, there are no Mamluk ships on this side. So that tells us that we only have to deal with the Malindi and Adjaran light ships, which will not be enough to take down our galleys. So what our galleys can do is blockade a bit. No need to have them running to safety. They'll do just fine and dandy there. Unfortunately, our vassal is going to get slaughtered here due to inferior tactics, is what I was thinking would happen, but they actually have on par tactics, or even better tactics, because the enemy is using too much cavalry. We'll see how long that remains the case, probably not all that long. Still, we need to march down there on the double and help them out. Thankfully, Mogadishu is also their capital, so it should be able to hold out. Yeah, I don't expect a miracle from you, but good job holding out. You held out for the turn of the month. I'm not sure if that's going to help us all at all. Certainly not liking... Okay, barely cost any war score either. That's quite good. So we need you folks down there. Heck, we need everybody down there. Front and center on the double. Yeah, no kidding. Everybody. Melindy's joining in all this as well. He may be small, but now that nations get a minimum income, it's, OPMs can field quite a bit. I'm not scared though, we can murder these guys in hand-to-hand combat. With or without our cannons. And we're not waiting on those cannons. Okay, here come the Mamluks in their many. And at the very least, I can blockade one of their forts. Now, that's not exactly going to give us the war score we need to get them out, but we will survive. Okay, chat's gone bright red and I wasn't paying any attention. How was your midsummer been, Jake? I have been inside and not been very impressed by the weather. The one thing I wanted to do was go on a long cycle, and I didn't get to do that. Borrow money from the Jewish merchants. That can't be done. I don't go the loans way. The Master of the Three Mountains can surely deal with some pitiful Mamluks. Yep. And yeah, that's gotta go. Burning the borders wasn't really an option, and all it would do is delay these. It would just delay these provinces being taken by not much. Okay, there is some logic to burning my capital, but I think we can protect it. It's only Highlands. And it has the default capital fort on it. I think we'll be alright. Unfortunately, we're running into this with even numbers. In fact, perhaps even inferior numbers. But we got this. Our tech will ensure us victory. It's very tempting to roll ourselves another general just in case we get someone that is damn good. 3 shock is already pretty good. Okay. Get 3 shock and 1 fire as well. And you have no maneuver, so even if there is a river crossing penalty here, which there is not. No, there is. But I want to strike you at maximum morale, so I'm even going to wait a month. You'd get your numbers back slightly, but I'd rather have full morale. Actually, you guys are regaining morale as well. May as well strike whilst the iron is as hot as it will be. So, at a glance, we have the superior morale, but we are getting flanked. However, our massively superior tactics should flatten them. Okay, 3 is not the best there. But a 5-0 should demolish them. Yeah, so it really will not take much time at all for the Mamluks to make their way south. We need to rock and roll here. Slaughter them. It's rather nice as we can loot as we go. I don't think we're going to catch them in time unless they hold out in pate. Ha! What exquisite luck. Squish! And a bit of loot to make our day almost worthwhile. So how are we going to sort this out? Well, for one, you there, I want you to take care of that. I don't think it'll be enough, but it'll at least stop you from raising more units. As for the rest of you, I need you bunched up, and I need this entire country laid to waste. Sadly, it won't be so easy, but we'll do what we can here. We know that you folks are taking care of that. What about you? We're just going to divide you up as slim as we can get you. Now, I'm never going to be occupying this province, I don't think, but we will split up as best we can. I also hope that we don't run into any enemy armies on the way. Alright, that should do us for now. Ah, jeez, I forgot my artillery. I want them on the enemy capital as soon as possible, and that was a very ill-timed death of my military commander. Hiring another one. 3 siege! Man, okay, like I said, I was born with luck. Right, that means that this siege is something of a priority now. So we'll get any extra souls we can onto it. These should be plenty. I'm sure we can get better pathing there. That looks like it might be faster. Alright. This is unfortunate though. He seems to be making a move down here. Why is that unfortunate? Well, because he outnumbers us heavily. The best thing we can hope for is that we can occupy the lands here faster than he can get to us. And I can consolidate my units in the most defendable province, which is, strangely enough, the Highlands of Gedo? No, I don't think that'll be where we hang out. But we need this siege rocking and rolling as fast as possible. Everybody get there. You might be excellent at sieging, but I'm not convinced that you'll do me too well in a battle. They're coming at us with 2 siege. 2 shock, rather, so we want you there with the 3. And he is not scared of any... No, he is a little scared of the natives, so we're going to recruit all the mercenaries we can here. It may take a little while, but that's okay. We'll get Ghetto. Now, thankfully, just level 1 means our small amount of artillery will give us a sufficient bonus to this. We have our 3 siege on the case. We need the capital to get him out of the war, sadly. As for you, Malindi, just occupying you, just besieging you is not enough. So, hold out. I do not think we could survive an onslaught of these guys. Okay, that's impressive. You decided that you would far rather go and attack my vassal. That actually highlights a mistake I made. I should have set you to attach to me here. And I still will, and hope that you are kind enough to do so. But that's more than likely a stack wipe for you. Yeah. Probably the worst thing about that is the loss of war score. Okay, so we got enough units to kind of tuck together. We may or may not be able to put up a good enough defense here. Now, this is only a 5 development province. I don't think... No, I can't attack. Those light ships would do nasty things to me. Okay, he's on his way. Not confident about this. I'm going to need more men on the case. What few I can afford. Right, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes down south to try and save Malindi, rather than engage me, because he knows I have all these units with superior technology. Well, once upon a time they were superior technology, and now he has his prestige bonus ahead of me. This battle is going to be very bad for me. He outflanks me, probably outmorales me. And I don't really have any preferable defense here. Oh, and I merged my units, so I lost my shock individual. Yeah, this ain't gonna be so good. Oh well. How can we somehow turn this around? Well, the 2 shock malice that I'm going to be facing here will be unpleasant. Okay, sure enough, he outmorales me, flanks me, but who knows, maybe a decent roll or 2? No, 10 to 8 is not decent for me, and that more or less seals the deal on this one. I will, however, throw in 3 shock, just in case. No, he has a 2 advantage over us there as well, and coupled with the flanking means bad things for us. And our good roll came just a little too late. How unfortunate. Haha! You want me to end my overlordship? Well, I assure you that will not be happening anytime soon. We'll lick our wounds, but we'll be back. That was really unfortunate that, well, actually, I can't really oh, jeez. Local pretender rises. Poor timing, I'm afraid. But where do you rise up? Angot, huh? We might be able to make something of that. No, he's going to Alsa instead of, Angnot. Alright, thankfully he's keen to wait down there. I'm not entirely sure why, but I'll take it. And the Ottoman subsidies are, well, rather useful for us right now. Jake, do you think you would ever do a quick Let's Play where you form Andalusia? I haven't formed it yet. I don't tend to do quick Let's Plays of that style. Alright, so... this is why I'm glad I made mercenaries. Curiously, Mamluks, what is it that you are wanting out of all of this? Okay, nothing. You just want to support your friend. And despite having your friend almost fully occupied, almost fully is not enough. We need the capital as well. So I wonder if I can grab a paltry victory from you. This does not bode well. Not at all. Okay, I wonder, are you going to lock in here? Perhaps before I lock? Hopefully before I lock. Yeah, figures. Okay. I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna try to crush you. And if we can get you to run through Angot, then that's even better. Oh, he's sending nothing but cavalry here. That's kind of ballsy of him. Alright, that is excellent. We've got him trapped up in Mogadishu. And even better, he's locked onto Angot. Who do I want to take more damage, him or the Pretenders? It's only dry land, so it doesn't really matter all that much. We'll get the Pretenders there first, since he's already locked. That way he won't be able to do a quickie on them. As in, when you catch them as they spawn, you tend to do considerably more damage to them. So they start with less morale. Alright, you want to go to Ausa, that's fine. You know, these Pretenders might actually be better in my country than elsewhere. And yes, we need the 3 shock here at the moment. So come one and come all. I'll probably be able to destroy you fast enough. The Pretenders, I'll probably just let them have free run in my country because I can't be dealing with them at the moment. Come on, need those cavalry down really fast. That's what we're talking about. This is unpleasant though. Why am I losing all this everything? Ah, the blockades are costing us. And I don't really have the navy to be dealing with that. Jake, try to block with your ships and peace out. I mean, blockade this, I would not be able to defeat 5 lights and 1 transport with my 4 galleys. Or would I? We do have superior hull. If Mogadishu were to help out, we would be more or less even, but I'm not convinced he would help out. They don't have a leader, but I'm not about to spend on a leader. Unless our naval morale is considered to be that much better than theirs, then we could probably do a number on them. So let's consider that we're dealing with Ajiran and Malindi here. Ajiran at 4, Malindi at 4. Morale here. The only real benefit is at 7. It's a fair chunk, but I don't think it could be really considered the be-all and end-all. You know what? We'll give it a go. You don't know unless you try. These Pretenders, though, I'm on 2 minds about them. Part of me kind of wants to destroy them before they wreak havoc across my country. Let's have a look at them as well. If we click on the right place for a change. Oh yeah, you have got to die. I rather think our friends down south will be occupied long enough for me to not mind crushing these guys. And that is if we do crush you. I think we can hit up the old speed 3 here. Alright, risky biscuits, but I hope we can do something here. And that... where do they run to? Ankober? Eesh. Never preferable situation for me here. Okay, unfortunately we're seeing a loss here. I would like to be able to go down and smash the Mamluks. But how best to even deal with such a situation? We don't really have the numbers or the anything to deal with that. And an advisor would be costly. We could step on the Ajiran units, but there's not even anywhere very good in terms of defense for all this. I have I've told you to attach to me, but I'm not sure if it's enough. I mean, their units are all full strength and they have rather a lot of cavalry. If I had the money, I would like to get more merc infantry on the go, at least so I can flank. Them occupying these lands doesn't actually cost us much here. Now, one expense that is perhaps a bit much are these missionaries I've got. Ah, shoot. We're due another bit of rebel issues. And they're going to add even more separatism to the area. Yeah, I could actually increase the autonomy around here. There's no unrest there, no need to do it there. Will that get rid of you? Curses. That's the only place they want to rise up, let's just hope they don't. Now the Adelans also want to rise up in Berbera and Togir. Where even? I think I hear the Adelan in the background. Seriously though, where are these places? Berbera. Can't even deal with that. And what was the other one? Yeah, right next to it. I've already increased the autonomy there, so there's little I can do. Alright, I might just have to hold out and see what happens here. Play it by ear, never the way I like to play. But this is a little bit promising. If we can get our Mogadishu friends to join up with us here, we might be able to go and kick some Mamluk arse. It would also be really well timed if they managed to get a disease outbreak during that siege. Might also be better to step on them over in Ajaran first as well. So please, if you will, Mogadishu, team up with me. Together we could rule this place. Always interested. He's taking a touch of attrition, but that seems to be alright. Also, incredibly, we're winning. Our 3 ships... Mogadishu joined in, but hold on, where are the Mogadishu ships? I see no such ships, but if we can clear this... Maybe that's a big if. Okay, well, that'll just have to plow on as we... Mogadishu, you're meant to be joining in here. Shoot. We may have cleaned their clocks, but our morale is slipping. Come on, lads, you need to destroy them. Soundly. Okay, sure enough, the Mamluks did get interested there. Okay, just one left. Scuttle the guy. Okay, we did the little trick against him this time, where he arrived the very day that we won and he got forced out. Yes! We did it! So we took care of the navy at heavy losses for ourselves, but not so heavy that we can't start blockading this guy. And because we can blockade, we can almost get out with a light bit of giving up. That's not enough. They have insulted us. Now they have a front line of 16, we have a front line of 15, so he still flanks us. And our troops' morale is a little hurt. But we get all our morale back next turn, and we should be getting some reinforcements here. Granted from Mogadishu with his pathetic military technology, but every little helps. I kind of forgot about these guys. They might actually help if they joined in, but the whole reason these guys remain here is to keep Malindi out, as in Malindi cannot bring any more troops in on us. So you guys got rather bummed out, but you will be helping with this siege and stop them from getting the bonus from not being under blockade. Now I do wonder, are you going to help me? The Mamluks are very, very keen to fight us, so they know they could beat us. Didn't take the river crossing penalty because he has the better maneuver, but we have the better shock now, so we have to hope that we can put our shock to good use. Come on, lads. No, 6 to 8 is not sufficient, not when they flank you. 9 to 7. Now that's more like it. But is it too little, too late? Down to the wire. Oh. Damn. Just a little too little, I think. You fought well, but just not well enough. Mind you, they took some heavy losses there. A Pyrrhic victory for the Mamluks, at least until they bring down more units. Jake insult for more PP. Yeah, a bit more PP would get us a little more, Oh, we've already insulted them, and it doesn't work if you insult someone you're at war with. Incredibly, the Mamluks have all these units, but they're only sending down token forces. It's as if they're not taking us seriously. I mean, maybe that's an acceptable move for them, since there isn't much to take seriously here. Right, but one thing I do not want is them joining up forces here. Come on then, bring it on. That's what I thought. Now they will not really have any tactics defense here, so as soon as their movement locked into Hargeisa, I'm going for them. Doesn't really matter if I attack, there is no crossing here, and we get there first. It's a shame that we arrive so late in the year. We probably won't get this over and done with fast enough. Yeah, that's a shame. So we didn't get the turn of the month morale and men back. And that's distracted him to a rather unfortunate degree. I need to run into some mountains in the hope that he does not come and ruin my day even further. No, Mogadishu, that is not where we need you to go. Ah, however, we have the money now to get more units on the go. And South African warriors, aid me in my time of need. Jake, would you consider forming Arabia and getting the Arab coffee achievement, basically? It's a consideration. Okay, I'm so glad I was able to get this blockade in place. It was very lucky of us to win that naval engagement. And it really was quite a bit of, ah, shoot. You think you guys can hold out? No, of course you can't. I can't really be wasting my time fighting these guys, and the Alodas want to rise up as well. But it seems I must. Okay, that siege can hold out for 27 days, so we'll hold out here long enough to get our men and morale back. Wasting my time fighting these guys, all whilst the Mamluks get all their men and morale back. Oh, what a horrible hit to lose my units there. But mostly my own fault. Well, entirely my own fault. I wasn't paying attention to the rebel progress. Might even have been worth my time to pay them down since I'm in such a critical war at the moment. Okay, so you are Adalian, which means you're probably... well, you are definitely going to want to go where Adal has cores. Well, my hope is that you move here, because these are the highlands. Since I'll get defensive bonus there. And how very fitting, the Highland Wanderer.